Hello, hello. I hope I find everyone very, very well today. Before we get started, let's go ahead and get the usual out of the way. Remember, guys, this is a general reading, so please take what resonates and leave what doesn't. The energies here can either be coming directly from you, happening to you, or they can concern or regard a person that is involved within your situation. If you'd like to book a private reading, go ahead and visit www.intuitiveperceptions.com to book your reading today. Okay, let's go ahead and pray over the decks and let's get started. Beloved God, I open all channels of light, north, south, east, and west. Guardian angels of the four directions, high councils who serve the law of one, holy pure ones, please anchor this space now in your divine consecration to provide Scorpio with the clarity and direction as to which he or she seeks. And please grant me, the reader, the objectivity to read the cards and relay every single message as they're meant and or intended to be. All right, Scorpio, we're coming into the reading with the Seven of Pentacles reversed. Okay, Scorpio, so in terms of traditional tarot, we have the Three of Pentacles here, the Queen of Swords reversed, the Two of Pentacles, the Ten of Swords reversed, and the Seven of Pentacles reversed. During the shuffling, I forgot to add your rune in, but I added in. Right at the end, right here, we have the rune for strength. I haven't seen these end cards here. These are your advice cards. So, you could be dealing with the Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. I can see here so far. But, Scorpio, so, I'm really picking up, you're cutting your losses here. You're starting to really, Scorpio, come to terms with what's really important right now in life. You're starting to really come to terms with finding this balance in your life, Scorpio, and finding strength within the balance. And you're really starting to now see that when we change our perspective, Scorpio, upon certain instances or upon moments when we need to change our perspective on things, I really feel that you're really starting to see now that things may not be as bad, or things may not be, yeah, I'm gonna go with that. Things may not be as bad as we kind of initially picture them to be or perceive them to be. Now, I'm not saying that nothing is bad and it's all perfect. Absolutely not. But I really just see here, Scorpio, that you're really starting to find strength, like I said, within the balance, and also find strength within cutting your losses short. And why I'm saying cutting your losses short is the Seven of Pentacles reversed. That's what's kind of leading me to conclude that here, coming into the reading with the Seven of Pentacles reversed. Sometimes the Seven of Pentacles reversed can be looked upon as not really wanting to choose a decision, and also maybe not really wanting to choose an avenue and just not wanting to work on the decisions that come from our choices, you know. But I'm really picking up here too that there's also an aspect here, Scorpio, of it's a real try, or it's trying, I should say, on your patience at the same time. And I feel like this is a learning curve for you. This is a moment in time when this is going to test your endurance. This is going to test everything you've learned up until this point, because you're really just trying to just cut the crap and just get along, you know, and just cut your losses. That's what I'm really picking up here. And I feel like these are two avenues for you, Scorpio. Like the Queen of Swords reversed here. You kind of want to say what it is that you want to say at the same time. You know, you want to just express yourself, and you may want to pop off a little bit, you know, in terms of with the communication, with the words. But then there's this other aspect of you over here where you're tired. You don't want to do it anymore. You don't want to keep going through the same cycles over and over and over and getting the same damn results, you know? And I feel like that's why I feel like coming into the reading of the Seven of Pentacles reverse, like you're cutting your losses with this situation, person, place, or thing, whatever it may be for you. And you see the strength, and you're starting to really feel the strength within this situation. You may not completely feel it or completely understand it right now, but this is a change of perception, like I said, and I really feel like you're developing a lot of strength from it. But there's still this dualistic nature, you know, given your water sign, you're very dualistic. And it's not surprising that you would have two sort of avenues here to go down, or two options. I'm also picking up here too that these are, like I said, the dualistic sides of you. The one side that wants to just kind of say what you want to say, pop off at, you know, with the mouth, and just kind of do the usual defending, you know, or defending your truth, or defending your honor, or defending those things that you feel you need to defend. But when we really find our truth, Scorpio, when we really find the strength and the balance, and when we really find our strength within the situation, we necessarily don't need to do that anymore in terms of the ridicule, or the ridiculing, or the saying everything that we feel we want to say, maybe not necessarily need to say. And it's not really necessarily like holding back. It's just more of just kind of looking at the situation and just saying, like, I'm not even going to like invest my time into that. You know, it's like one of those situations I feel for you here. And there's a lot of healing here. There's a lot of shift of consciousness. There's a lot of shift of perception. And you're starting to see with the Three of Pentacles up right here that it's slowly but surely starting to really show that what happens when we cut our losses, you know, and when we just say, you know what, let bygones be bygones, like whatever, it's not even that serious. And you also allow, Scorpio, yourself to be freed from those burdens. You also allow yourself to be freed from those agonizing situations or agonizing pains that we kind of choose to kind of indulge in, or we choose to give rise to, or attention to, or consciousness to. But I really see here that sometimes I look at the Ten of Swords reverse as kind of faking things or putting the theatrics on, but I really don't see that here. I'm not picking that up here. I'm picking up releasing yourself from hitting rock bottom. You stayed down there way too long, and you're starting to take the swords out of your back, and you're starting to do it for yourself and by yourself. And there's something so admirable about that, you know, when we care about ourselves enough to just release ourselves from those things that really are driven and perpetuated by and from our perception and from our consciousness of things. But yeah, I mean, I'm really picking up just cutting the losses. I keep hearing that over and over and over here with your reading. And all this green here. I see this here, all these pentacles here in the center. I mean, the stability is coming back. The mind frame of stability is coming back. The strength is really coming back. And just this green in general, you know, green breeds life. It has life in it. It grows life. It's a foundation from which things can grow from. And I really feel like this is really prevalent here for you. But, you know, there's still that little side of you that wants to just, you know, say what you want to say, but you're kind of like, ugh, whatever. There's a real growth spurt here. There's a real sense of ignoring the pettiness, ignoring what really does not matter, and not giving rise or consciousness to it, Scorpio. I'm really glad to see it. But most importantly, I feel like you're going to see these two sides of you with the Two of Pentacles in the center here with the rune strength. But you're going to see those two sides of yourself, where that side of release, but yet that other side of the shadow. There's going to be a constant, I don't want to call it a battle, but a balance of the two. Very interesting. And also, I'm kind of picking up, leaning on spirit a little bit here as well. The Three of Pentacles for me can also be, you know, a very spiritual card, the Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost, you know? And just really looking to spirit and saying, you know what? I know what I need to do now. No more of the usual rumination of the bad thoughts, and no more of the usual reactions that you usually provide or give to situations that are unfavorable. Very interesting. I like it, Scorpio. It's not bad. Pretty good. Okay, we have the Three of Cups reversed. We have the High Priestess. All right, yeah. So using your intuition a lot this month, Scorpio, for yourself. And giving that to yourself. And allowing your intuition to really guide the way. And you're using and allowing this intuition to bring you out of rock bottom, to bring you out of agony, to bring you out of finding yourself with those swords in your back. It's time to release it. And the High Priestess can also speak of, you know, the person or an individual who knows the secrets of the ways, who knows certain information that they may not necessarily tell other people, kind of working behind the scenes a little bit. She's a keeper of secrets, but I don't look at that as a secret. Given your sign, Scorpio, people can perceive you as being deceptive, but it's not. You work up behind the scenes a lot in terms of with your emotions, and in terms of how you manifest things, and in terms of how you go about your business. And I feel like this is something that you're doing for yourself and with yourself. And you also see here too that if you resort or revert, I should say, back to the usual way of attacking, of speaking out of term, of adding more fuel to the fire in terms of keeping the negativity alive, you know? That's when we don't get along with other people. That's when we don't have emotional fulfillment or satisfaction within our relationships. And also, too, Scorpio, I'm picking up that when we take that step back and when we then look at the situation for really what it is and we felt the strength within the balance, that's when we then see who's really there, who's causing a lot of the drama. You know, that's when we realize the roles that people play within our relationships, within our circumstances. And I also feel here too that we use our intuition. And when we use it correctly, and when we allow it to come through, and when we depend on it, and when we lean on it. And honestly, Scorpio, you're very intuitive. You're one of the most intuitive signs out of the zodiac. And when your intuition isn't on point, when your intuition isn't in full alignment with who you are, when that aspect is gone, you don't know what to do. You feel very, very unbalanced. But don't worry about it because you have the balance here with the strength. You're good. And this is the way that it's supposed to be, you know? I'm glad to see that you're taking the higher road. You're choosing just to cut the shit. Just say, you're choosing yourself, Scorpio. And I like this because there's nothing selfish about this. You're choosing yourself in terms of doing what's best for you so that you can be a better you. That's soul growth, that's soulful growth, that's soulful work. There's nothing selfish about that. While you're growing, other people are staying stagnant and they're staying within that realm of negativity, and you're rising above it. And you now see, Scorpio, I'm also picking up, you now see the truth in the bull crap. You see really what it is. And you're no longer going to indulge into it, or with it, or into it, or in alignment with it, you know? Choosing to say, that's it. I'm going to do it this way. And it's reaping benefits now. Other people may not see it, and it may be something kind of slow coming in, but all along it's going to work out for you. And it's going to work out to your benefit as well as to other people's benefits, because now you're probably not going to be involved in all the hoopla and all of the drama. And it won't affect you so much in terms of hitting rock bottom, in terms of coming out of your element, in terms of speaking maybe untruths or speaking out of turn when things are a little rocky, because due to maybe your security being rocked or your security being tampered with. But back to cutting the losses. Okay, the Five of Pentacles reversed. And we have the Two of Swords reversed. Nice. Scorpio, I mean, I'm glad to see these cards here for you. It's nice. I like it. Yeah, Scorpio, it's just you're not going to entertain it anymore. You released yourself from it. And also, Scorpio, you now see that you can pull yourself out of the misery. You can also pull yourself out of feeling left out, because you're not left out when you include yourself within this circumstance. When you include yourself within what's more important, you know? And you now see that you're no longer being closed off to your intuition and to your truth and to how you want to go forward and move forward. It's now time for you to feel like you're not left out anymore, because you never were left out. You may have felt like you were, but you kind of aided in the process of that in the past, you know? And that's why I was saying how I was picking up, how I was feeling like these are two aspects of yourself where you can go either way. But since the balance is there, I feel like there's a happy medium now where you're seeing both perspectives. But I feel like you're taking more of this route, listening to your intuition, coming out of being stuck between a rock and a hard place, choosing not to be stuck, choosing to take the blindfold off, choosing to see the truth in the situation, and not allowing yourself to become the victim of it. And also, choosing to not be judgmental, choosing to not use those undermining words, choosing to not indulge in the buffoonery, because you see what happens when this continues. And it may continue with people within your environment, or people within the situation or circumstance, whatever it may be for you. But that's when people feel like they're left out. But they're not really left out because of other people. They're left out because they choose to indulge into it. There's a lot of truth seeking here. There's a lot of coming to the conclusion that sometimes we are the product of our own demise. Sometimes we don't realize how much we aid in this, you know, in the demise of ourselves. But I feel like this is being seen now. This is evident now. And you see it. And the only thing left to come from this is the strength and also the balance. And you having the intention of getting along with people, and you having the intention of everything's going to work out fine the way that it does. Having that mindset, and once again, cutting the losses. I mean, it's pretty straightforward here, Scorpio. I think you're reading. And it's nice. I like it. I'm glad to see you're seeing different perspectives, you know? And that's really the beauty of life, when we can take a step back and we can really see that. and we can really take that into consideration. And not only take it into consideration, Scorpio, but also apply it to our situation, person, place, or thing. And then when it reaps viable results, shoot, win-win, balance, and the strength. Right, let's pull Jesus card, see what he has for you. Okay. Yep, there it is. Love one another as I have loved you, John 13:34. One card, and that's all that you really need, Scorpio. Yep. Clean cut reading. When we do things out of love, Scorpio, but most importantly out of love for ourselves, it radiates out into our environment. And when we depend on ourselves and we look within, we then can love other people accordingly. Because we then look at the situation for what it is. And we can react accordingly. And you know, God never asks us or requests us to impress anyone. He just asks us to love one another. And loving one another is taking the higher road in terms of doing what's best for you so that you can then approach the situation in a more unified and in a more respectable way, or in a more respective manner. Yeah, Scorpio, really good reading. I really like it. Yay, I like it. I'm all yay. It's really good, Scorpio. I like it. So let's keep this energy going, Scorpio, and it's all here for you. Check out John 13. You're going to find something in there for you. Keep this strength up because there's more to come from this, and that's more strength, but more strength in love, not only for yourself, but for the other people. All right, Scorpio? All right, keep up the good work, and we'll see you next month.